Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our NXT Takeover 2 review. Of course, I'm Alvin Alpha with my friend XXOMGXX. And of course, we're the Wrestling Marks. And here we go. We're going to start off the show with our opening match. Of course, we have to start with an opening match because this is freaking NXT and we have to start with a wrestling match. And it starts off hot with Kalisto and Sin Cara versus The Ascension. So I gotta say, this was a pretty good match. I don't I kind of want to say it didn't come to my. I don't know. I don't know what to say because my expectation was it wasn't gonna be a jobber match, and it wasn't. So I'm just gonna go with it came to my up to my expectations, but it was a pretty good match. There was one botch that me and Gio noticed, and there were like a lot of botches like throughout the whole night, and this was like the first one, and like I think Kalisto, I believe it was Kalisto. Kalisto went for like I believe it was like a sunset flip like over Connor, and then like Connor completely fell on Kalisto, and it looked really bad. Kalisto's like a fucking small guy, and Connor's a big dude with he's fucking jacked, dude. So that would have been bad, but eventually Kalisto, Sin Cara hit the suicide dive on Connor to the outside, and Kalisto hit Connor with the sunrise. I don't even know what it's called, but hit him with the whatever.
Something
I
Del Sol.
Yeah, but and Sin Cara and Kalisto eventually won the NXT Tag Team Championships. So that was a cool moment. So what did you think about this match?
This match was really good. It wasn't a jobber match, which no one wanted to see, I don't think, and it was a surprising thing. Even though I had predicted that Sin Cara and Kalisto would win, it was a surprising moment when the Ascension lost, because they have had the championships for a year. They said they've had it for a year. Probably it was probably not a year, but closing up to a year, so they just say it was a year. But they had it for a really long time, and it was really cool to see Kalisto and Sin Cara win the championships. And it was a pretty good match, except for the one little botch. Well, not little, it was a pretty big botch, like, it was noticeable. So it was a good match, definitely. Great way to start Takeover 2. Right? So, we went on to we went on to the next match, which was
The
announced
best
during the
match. Oh,
which was announced during the pre-show of NXT uh by William Regal. William Regal was at the panel for a little while, and CJ Parker came from behind with his signs and started preaching about whatever he likes to preach about. And William Regal grants him a match against this mystery opponent. And when he said this mystery opponent, I honestly expected either Kenta, Prince Devitt, or Kevin Steen.
but okay, here's the thing that really disappointed me. He was already in the fucking ring. Like he didn't even got like a full entrance.
Yeah, his opponent.
Yeah, he was already in the ring. So I thought like Earth Guy was gonna fucking win. And then William Regal's gonna come out and be like, "That's not your, it's not over, mate." And then fucking Kevin Steen or Prince Devitt comes out, but
Which would have
that didn't
been
happen.
cool.
That would have been cool.
Yeah, but his opponent was Baron Corbin,
Which,
which I'm pretty sure this is his first singles match on NXT. I'm pretty sure we've seen him in tag team matches, right?
yeah, but he's just
Yeah,
been.
in jobber tag team matches, of course. So he did pick up the win against CJ Parker in a very quick match. I think it was about like 2 moves. I think it was a clothesline, and then his finisher, which I do not know what it was called, but it was absolutely amazing.
It was like Stardust's finisher somewhat, but like way better. It was like I don't even know how to explain it. Like you need to look back on it. It was. That was so sick. Like when I first saw that, I was like, "Damn, that's a finisher." Like not Stardust. Like Stardust can it makes Stardust's finisher looks like shit. So,
Stardust does look like shit anyways.
all right, let's
But
leave shit.
before this next match, I just want to ask you a question, Alvin. How you doing?
Fuck. Okay. So next we have Enzo Amore versus Sylvester Lefart, and well, this match was. I honestly didn't even pay attention to this match that much. It was. I don't know. I didn't think it was that good in my opinion at all. But who cares? I just wanted to see someone bald. But eventually, Enzo Amore picked up the victory over Sylvester with a roll up, and I believe he grabbed the tights, right?
He did. He grabbed the
Yeah.
tights. What a face.
Well, he's anti-hero, I guess. Not really a hero, just and I guess I'll say an anti-hero wannabe. So Enzo Amore picks up the victory, and eventually Sylvester will have to get his head shaved, but something happened at the end of the match where they're going after Sylvester, and then Sylvester says "fuck it," and he fucking runs away into like the dark. That looks super dark. I don't even know how you would see going into there, but Sylvester runs away, and Marcus, his tag team partner, gets left with Enzo Amore and Big Cass, and Big Cass goes on to dump the I believe it was Victoria's Secret thingy cream.
The hair removal cream
Yeah,
thing, which was oh,
weird. And eventually they put it on Marcus, and that eventually shows up later, but we'll go to that when we get to that. So that was about it. What did you think about the match and the segment?
I didn't care for the match very much.
I don't think anybody did.
Yeah, I didn't pay much attention. I wish it would have ended in a different way because a roll up seems kind of cheap and kind of like that's a bad win. I wouldn't want to win from a roll up in a hair versus hair match or any match in particular. I guess maybe that's his finisher.
I honestly
Cause
think the roll up was actually a good call. It was because like if you think back to I think it was like Extreme Rules it was like Ray versus Jericho. Well, I don't think that was a mass versus mass match. Never mind, but like it was like Jericho took off Ray's mask and just rolled him up. But what actually never mind because Jericho was a heel. So,
yeah,
but I don't even know.
but that
Yeah,
was just a normal match. So
that's true.
yeah. So and then the whole, I said the bucket. I'm pretty sure they used the same bucket as the one that Ricardo Rodriguez used to carry around with Alberto Del Rio.
I think that one was a bit smaller, honestly, but
I'm pretty sure it's the same one. So we had Big
it,
Cass
it,
playing the
it's
part of Ricardo Rodriguez, and it was. They had like a tarp on the floor. I don't know if you noticed this, but I'm very OCD in some sorts of ways. They had a tarp on like the ramp so that the cream wouldn't get on the like normal ramp. But they like
no.
kicked the tarp out of the way like right before dumping the cream on his head. Like, okay, that's cool.
Somebody gonna get in trouble for that.
Yeah, and I hope it's those two assholes. But we go to the next segment, which is probably the biggest segment of the night. There's only like two segments, so the biggest segment of the night, and it was the debut of Kenta. So everyone knew that Ric Flair was supposed to announce it. I don't know what the hell happened with Ric Flair. I think you put it the best way. Alvin, what was Ric Flair doing?
Wrestling his jacket.
Yeah, he probably got caught up in the performance center wrestling his jacket and forgot about Takeover 2. But he didn't show up for whatever reason. I don't know if it was on his part or the WWE's part, but he didn't show up. Instead, they had William Regal announce it. Regal got a lot of chants for himself, which he probably could have used during his wrestling career, but he got them now. And he introduces the biggest star, international star that they have signed, Kenta. They do a recap of when he did sign with Hulk Hogan. And then Kenta comes out to this pretty cool music, I think, actually.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be like, oh my god, the typical Asian freaking music.
Yokozuna type music.
Yeah, and then like it like I was like, oh, and then it went into the guitar, and I was like, oh, it's like a whole bunch of like guitars, and it was cool. It was
Yeah.
cool. It's
So
oh,
Kenta goes to the ring. William Regal welcomes him, steps aside. Kenta gets the mic. And, he says that he's glad to be in NXT. And he starts speaking in Japanese, which was confusing for the crowd.
I think
Some of them started saying what.
yeah, but I think it was alright because
Yeah, I thought it
he
was pretty
probably
cool at the end.
he was probably speaking to like all his like Japanese supporters.
Yeah,
So I
definitely.
think that was pretty cool.
So he did say that, he did translate it, said that this was a dream come true, and he's glad to be in the WWE and NXT, and his goal is to become NXT champion. And then he comes to reveal that he won't be wrestling under the name Kenta in the WWE, which is pretty... I don't know how to feel about it. I'm happy that he isn't, because that way if WWE doesn't work out for him, he can still use the name in other places. Because WWE would have grabbed the right to any kind of form Kenta could do it, capitals or not. So I think it's pretty smart for him to do this, but it was disappointing. So his new name is Hideo Itami, which was, I guess, supposedly comes from his idol. But I googled it, and Itami is like a Japanese city. So if he made the name, then I'm cool with it. But if WWE did the name, that's pretty cheap. Like, really, you might as well named him Sushi Tokyo. I'm sorry. It's true.
Well, I heard Kenta doesn't even mind that he changes his name,
Yeah,
but
but
it's alright.
who knows? I'm pretty sure it was his idea, but
But you can't blame.
yeah.
You know what? I don't mind at all, honestly.
Yeah. I know for like the first few months, I will still be calling him Kenta.
Yeah,
And I think a lot of people will.
Really hard. I still see people calling Sami Zayn El Generico.
Yeah, a lot of people do.
And
So after Kenta was done speaking, see, I said Kenta. After Itami was done speaking, I'm gonna try this for one. I'm gonna try it. The Ascension came out very angry, and they like kicked Itami in the gut and threw him out of the ring. And then it's funny because he like no-sold it and got up in like 5 seconds and jumped on the apron, and the camera caught him doing that for like a second and then like swooped away so they couldn't see him yet for like the home viewers. So then the Ascension said they were mad, and they were like going to say something to William Regal, but Hideo, is that how you say it? Hideo?
I guess just like, I was about to say Itami.
I'm just gonna say Tommy. Tommy goes back into the ring and like kicks their arses, mate, fella, and like he like does all these crazy kicks, which they looked pretty good for being in pants, pretty tight pants. Let me point that out. So then he somehow manages to get them both outside the ring. And then he goes outside and gets a steel chair, throws it into the ring. And this was the coolest thing ever, the cockiest thing he can do. He put the chair down, like he unfolded it, put it on the mat, and then sat down and begged them to bring it. And that was super, like, if you're trying to make a name for yourself, that's how you do it. And they got on the apron, and Itami jumped up and hit them with a double drop kick, and basically just owned the place.
That was a cool moment, man. I think it was a pretty cool debut. Especially, I think Kenta would do great.
Yeah.
But we didn't get to see Devitt or Steen, but you know what? That's a,
Which Triple H did tease on Twitter. And I
yeah, but
thought this was gonna be the segment that it would happen. I thought the Ascension were gonna come out and not attack Kenta yet. I said Kenta, not attack Kenta yet, and then Devitt and Steen would come out and help him, and then.
yeah, that's what I thought.
But it didn't
But
happen.
now they eventually announced that Kenta is going to be wrestling next week on
Yeah,
it.
next week, next
But
Thursday.
what
That's
if
very fast.
what if the Ascension come out again?
And
And
maybe that can
then,
happen.
yeah, then that can happen because
That
like he's tired from the match and stuff, and then like he's gonna be
yeah.
worn down, and then they come out, and then oh my god, I can just imagine like Devitt coming out to his face paint like super dark, like the lights are out, and like just comes out with one spotlight, and he has like face paint all over him, and then like he just looks at the Ascension, and
That
then Steen comes out after, and then they just stare down at each other. But, dude, I honestly think Steen and Devitt as a team versus the Ascension would actually be a pretty good idea for for they for their debut.
yeah.
But that's just me. That's I actually have a team of Steen and Devitt in my 2K14 universe. I would think that was
Maybe you
really
predicted the future there.
yeah. But
Maybe.
I just wanted to mention that. But I'm really looking forward to fucking Kenta next week, man. I can't wait. I can't
It'll
wait.
be a great
Well,
match.
one thing not really, but
What?
no, no. I mean, like it'll probably like be like a squash match, you
I
know.
don't think so. They've hyped this up.
Well,
Kalisto was a pretty big star.
yeah,
And
but then
he
his first,
wasn't built up a lot by the WWE. He kind of just debuted and then got squashed. But they're building Kenta up very largely. I think he's gonna go over, and
I
it's
think
gonna
it's
be a
gonna
good
go
match.
over. I said his match next week. I don't think it's gonna be super good. I just think it's gonna be a good look at Kenta's moves, and he's gonna do a good job.
I think it'll be good, but the only thing that might make it a maybe just average or not so good match is that his style is very different from the traditional style of American wrestlers. So it will be hard for his opponent to kind of, I guess, adapt to that and like
Well,
take those moves or, you know.
maybe I honestly think Kenta. If it was me, I would be training all week.
Yeah.
Like I would be in the performance center and just training. Like, how would I do this in the ring and how would I do that? And I think he's. I think it's been like a month already or two when they first announced his signing. So I
No,
think
no, no. It's been a lot longer.
if it's been a lot longer, I'm guessing
Yeah, he's been training
yeah, I
for
think
a
I'm pretty sure
while.
he's been like, I'm pretty sure he knows, like,
Yeah.
or, is gonna get used to it once he goes in with someone.
Yeah.
But, I don't know about Devitt or Kevin Steen, but, I know they might change Devitt and Steen's name. That'll be, I don't know, that'll be hard for me too.
Yeah,
Especially,
it'll just
God, it was
be
just
hard to not call them Kevin Steen and Devitt because
yeah, it's like calling it was hard for me to call Cesaro like not
not
Antonio
Antonio
Cesaro
Cesaro.
or
Yeah.
Rusev, Alexander Rusev or
Yeah, or
Biggie.
Biggie, not Biggie Langston.
I still sometimes say Biggie
Yeah,
Lang,
yeah, so do I, but
but
yeah, it'll
we're just gonna
be a
have to
very
face the facts,
hard
man.
transition.
It's I honestly don't really care. Like people like over exaggerate about that, but I just want to see them wrestle. I just and Triple H said they don't want to take away their past. So, and it looks like they're gonna have the same style and they're gonna have the same, move. And if you look at the main event with Sami Zayn or AJ Neville these days, or just in this event, I still know, like I still observe that they still use the old moves that they use like in the Indies.
Yeah.
So but I think it's gonna be great. So, next, after Kenta debut, and kicked the Ascension's asses. Or I said Kenta. And Tommy kicked the Ascension's asses and eventually went to Bull Dempsey versus Mojo Jojo Raleigh. And what a squash match. You actually said to me that Mojo was gonna win,
Yeah, I
but
thought they were gonna put Mojo over in this one.
nah, well, Bull has he's barely, made an appearance. Like, I think he's barely had like 5 matches, or at least 7 at
Like
most.
5 singles matches.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure he was not gonna win this. And Bull won off the fucking Chris Benoit headbutt off the top rope, which is weird, but it was kind of impressive because he jumped so like high in the air, and he went so far. So I thought that was pretty cool. But
He went far, but he didn't go far enough to actually like make it connect with Mojo Jojo.
he still he was super close though. He was really close. But
Fat
yeah,
ass.
I don't think you really cared about this match,
I
right?
didn't.
So
And honestly, I don't. I think I was like on Twitter, cause I was watching it on my computer. I think I opened a new tab and went to Twitter during this match, and then like I came back right in time for the like the headbutt into the pin.
yeah, because Mojo just tackled down Bull, and then the headbutt connected, and then he won.
Yeah.
But after that, Mojo attacked. Wait, no, excuse me. Bull attacked Mojo with another flying headbutt, and that was it. But after that, we
And
had.
Mojo was busted open, which
Oh
I don't know
yeah,
how that happened, but
I don't know either, but
he
who
was.
cares? This match sucked. Just
Yeah.
kidding.
Who
But
cares? It was
after
horrible.
this, we had the segment of Enzo Amore, and Big Cass, and they're backstage, and they're talking about how they're disappointed how they, we want to see a bald guy and all that. So eventually they find Sylvester and Marcus backstage, and Marcus has like this white towel over his head, and God, it does not look good. They Cass goes on to fucking pick up Marcus, and then they literally carry him to the ring and throw him in. And eventually, Marcus was bent over for like a minute at most. And then, finally, he took off the towel, and it looks so bad. Even his eyebrows are almost gone.
I feel bad for the guy.
I feel bad for the guy too. Like I would have stepped up to if I were him. Like, I would not want to be in a team like that. I mean, I
In a
would
position like that.
maybe if it was like a big if it was like a serious feud, which is not in this situation.
How you doing?
Maybe I would. No, exactly, right? Like, I would not do it. Like, if it was not serious. But if it was like CM Punk versus Rey Mysterio, something like that, like an actual feud that has been not only built up for 3 weeks. That feud was actually built up with multiple pay-per-views, and I know it's pretty different with NXT, but I still think
But the Fatal 4-Way has been built up since before last Takeover.
yeah.
So they can obviously do it. Do it.
But that really isn't relevant to this.
I'm just saying that they can
Yeah,
do it. They
I
can.
I see what you mean, but that was about it. We saw Marcus, whatever his name,
Marcus Louis.
Yeah, we saw he has like little bits of his hair on his head and barely any eyebrows. It's so bad.
So I honestly I honestly hope that they put the bald cap stuff over his eyebrows and made it look like they had taken off his eyebrows. Because if they legitimately took off his eyebrows, I feel bad for the guy.
Yeah, cause God, that would be.
Because eyebrows take so long to grow back.
Yeah, it does. It really does.
God,
But
poor guy. But we go on to another championship match between the NXT Women's Champion Charlotte and Bayley. And I liked this match a lot. This was actually my second favorite match of the night. And I think these two tore the roof down, and they're making a new name for female wrestlers. So most of the match was dominated by Charlotte, but there was little bits and pieces where Bayley would capitalize. At one point, she hit a hurricanrana from the top rope, which I thought looked great. And one point, she started punching her, and then shoulder tackled her into the corner. And I thought it was a pretty good match. There's a lot of like I said, Charlotte overpowering her with the figure 4 headlock. It's not a figure 4 headlock until Charlotte does it for whatever reason. But okay, that's cool. And there was a spot that really scared me. It scared the crap out of me. Bayley went for the Bayley to Bayley suplex, but Charlotte somehow got out of the way. And then Bayley went for what looked like a German, but Charlotte went behind Bayley and did a roll up, but she wasn't trying to do a roll up. She just tripped her, and Bayley's head connected with the bottom turnbuckle, and that legitimately scared me for a second. I thought she was dead, but then she went to the middle of the ring and got pinned and then kicked out at 2, and then stared into the eyes of Charlotte. And you said it perfectly. It reminded you of Sami Zayn versus Cesaro.
Yeah, a rival.
Yeah.
Because I remember that match. Because here's what happened. Sami Zayn had just kicked out of the very European uppercut, the Swiss Death, and he kicked out at 1, and then Sami Zayn, it was I believe he calls it the fighting spirit, it was something that he had before, and he just kicked out at 1, and then Sami Zayn just got up and stared down at Cesaro, and Cesaro hit the discus uppercut and hit the neutralizer, and then it eventually happened in this match. In this match, Bayley, I honestly thought Bayley was gonna slap Charlotte at first, but she didn't.
She didn't. She got murdered, basically.
Yeah, I forgot.
She got hit with the
don't
bow
even know
down
the
to the
name,
Queen, which its new name is Natural Selection, because now Charlotte's gimmick is now second generation superstar, which is just amazing. So she got hit with the Natural Selection, which I don't think it looked too good this time. It has looked better.
I actually thought that actually looked really good.
Wow, we have so different opinions. I think it has looked better. So she hit the Natural Selection, and then got the pin, and I was actually heartbroken by this, because Bayley's video packages before these matches were she started crying because I was oh no, now I want her to win more. And the fact that she didn't get the win really killed me. But it was still a really good match. And after the match, Alvin's woman Sasha Banks came down to the ring after Charlotte had left, and started attacking Bayley. And then Charlotte came to the rescue and pulled Sasha by the hair to the floor, which I'm pretty surprised it didn't fall out, her hair.
Damn.
And so Bayley was staring at Charlotte, and then Charlotte left with her title in the air, and then Bayley rolled out the ring, and and there's this whole thing of it. But it was a pretty good match. Great story behind it. Great athleticism from the two. It was pretty good.
Yeah, that was a really good match. And by the way, Charlotte actually hit the moonsault.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, I just remember that right now. That moonsault, I don't know why, but I actually really like her moonsaults. They're really high. But enough of that. We're going. Actually, I want to mention something. Remember, it was the post show, and So Sasha Banks was like, they came out, like all three of them came out, and I don't even know. Maybe it was like before. I don't even know. I just came in, and then like they, it was like a segment that they did, and they turned away and they went to the announcers, and we could see the people in the back, and we could see Charlotte raising Bailey's hand. Like, why couldn't that happen on like the actual show
Oh
and the
yeah,
actual camera?
yeah. I actually wanted Charlotte to
Like,
like pick Bailey up and hug
yeah,
her.
yeah, like that's what she always wanted. Like, but I guess it's because Charlotte is gonna go or stay heel, or I don't know what's gonna happen. Maybe it's
Maybe
gonna be with
she'll go face and go against Sasha.
yeah,
Maybe, or
or
I
maybe
don't even
it's gonna
know.
be triple threat. I don't know. I don't know. I honestly, because like, what if Becky Lynch went for nah.
Becky Lynch.
I actually really like Becky Lynch.
I do too. I like a lot of the divas in NXT, and I hate most of the divas on the main roster.
That coincidence?
So maybe all the NXT divas should go to the main roster, and all the main roster divas should come to NXT and go
No,
to
no.
developmental.
Well, I think they should go to the developmental, but not have.
Not
Well,
have them
because
play on
yeah,
NXT.
because they're gonna ruin NXT.
That's
So I'm
true. That's
good.
true. We don't need
NXT
any
is already good.
losers.
Don't change it. And all
Which
right,
sucks
so
because it does change all the time because it's the developmental kind of territory. So it sucks that it's not a permanent roster. But what you gonna do?
all right, so we're finally going to the fatal four-way for the NXT Championship match. Whew, okay, let's go first. Tyson Kidd came out with the taxi cab attire, and
He
it's
had
had
he had
yeah,
fact written
facts.
across his crotch.
I was like, what the fuck is he wearing? Why? It's like, God, like that is really, really awful.
Did he have fact on his crotch on Raw?
I don't know. I didn't really pay attention. He was just jobbing out. But I remember he had the taxi cab attire. But you know, but this match was phenomenal. I cannot even name so many. Like there were so many good spots. I don't even like the. I think the only spots I should mention are the beyond of good. And one super amazing spot was AJ Neville was on top rope, and Tyson Kidd and Tyler Breeze went up on the top rope with him and was going for a super double superplex on AJ Neville. Sami Zayn comes up and double tri-
Double triple power bomb. It was a double triple power bomb.
So I don't even know what to
It
call
was a
that, but
double power bomb, double
double
superplex.
suplex, I don't even know, but it was crazy, dude. It was crazy, but um this match was phenomenal. Like 10 out of 10 match. Like 10 out of 10.5 out of 10. Like honestly,
10.5.
out of
Wow.
10.
I'll give it 11 out
Even
of
though
10.
there's like there was one botch, but it wasn't really that bad because uh they
It was
tried to
very
they
early on in the match too, so
yeah, but it doesn't really matter. But eventually at the end of the match, man, like Sami Zayn got that fighting spirit again, and then he goes on to like he goes on a rampage, dude. He like Tyson Kidd is down in the corner and he's like slowly getting up. Sami Zayn runs to Tyson Kidd, but he says fuck it, and he dives outside to the ring and hits a suicide dive on Adrian Neville, and Adrian Neville flies over the barricade. And then I mean, not, excuse me, Sami Zayn goes on to run to Tyler Breeze, and I love this move. He suicide dives through the second rope and then hits the tornado DDT to the outside. And I believe Tyler Breeze's back landed on that whatever steel on the ramp. Like that ramp sounds like it hurts. Like I remember when like when Sami Zayn does the plancha like onto someone onto the outside, and then like their back or their neck would land on the ramp, and you could hear like the ramp like implode, like you could hear the sound of it really loud.
Yeah.
So, but that scared me. But Sami Zayn goes on, runs in the ring, hits the Helluva kick on freaking Tyson Kidd, and I thought that was it.
Me
I was
too.
like, I was saying to Joe, like, Tyler Breeze has been out for like the whole match. I was like, this is like another Miz situation. I was like, Tyler.
The whole match, literally, all I hear from you is Tyler Breeze is gonna win, and then it goes to, yeah, Tyler Breeze is gonna win, and then it
Yeah.
goes to Tyler Breeze is definitely gonna win. And at this point, I honestly thought Tyler Breeze was gonna win, but at this point, I think Tyler Breeze is not winning. At this point, Sami Zayn is winning, while Alvin thought Sami Zayn was gonna win, and now he's over here
Yeah,
saying
but
Tyler Breeze is gonna win for
and
sure.
then well, Sami Zayn went on that rampage, and then he DDT'd Tyler Breeze, which I was like, Tyler Breeze is not winning this one.
Yeah.
So okay, so he hits the elbow kick in the corner, which I still think is so. Why? Like I love the Helluva kick. It's just that like I don't think it's a good move. I just it's weird because there's always something that like there's always a catch at the end. There's like so easy to break up from the outside. It's like so near the corner, and it's like it's weird. You know, it's like you would never see him winning that like with a major championship. You know, but maybe in this case for the NXT championship, which I thought he was gonna win. I was so ha I was my heart was beating so loud. I'm the biggest like Sami Zayn is on like my favorite on the roster. My heart is beating like I could feel it in my neck. I was like feeling my neck and I could hear my heart pound so loud.
You.
And then what happens? Adrian Neville pulls the referee out. Adrian Neville pulls out the referee, and Sami Zayn is like, "The fuck you doing?
You're supposed to be my friend.
You're supposed to be my friend." Oh my god! But it was like Adrian Neville looked like he was going full on heel. Like Sami Zayn was, I don't know, maybe Sami Zayn was like gonna talk to him or something, but Sami Zayn was gonna like scream at him. But Adrian Neville super kicks the hell out of Sami Zayn and
What do
hits
you
the
think
red
about
arrow on Tyson Kidd.
you being a fan of super kicks and Sami Zayn? What did you think about that super kick?
I was like, damn, that super kick was
Heartbreaking.
heartbreaking. That's great. That's good. I props to you on that. That's a good description of that. But he hits a super kick, man, and it's a red arrow. And Sami Zayn looks like so depressed, man. He looks so depressed.
Sami Zayn can't catch a break.
Oh my God, like I don't know. When Sami Zayn looks depressed, I feel depressed. Like, especially in that video package that they had before the match, they showed like him losing to Cesaro and then to Tyler Breeze, and it's like it's so sad, man. It's like he's like the most one of the favorites, and I'd say people by a little percentage people like Sami Zayn a bit more than Adrian Neville, and he's just losing like over and over, man. It sucks, but I know one day they're gonna give it to him. But they're just, they're fucking teasing us on this.
They're teasing us like they
Yeah,
did
like
with Daniel Bryan because it got such a big reaction. If Sami Zayn would have gotten the championship the first opportunity he got, he wouldn't get such a huge reaction as if he got it today or when he gets it in the future.
yeah,
There wouldn't be the same huge reaction, and I'm pretty sure when the day comes there will be a huge reaction both in the NXT crowd and at home for the wrestling fans.
yeah. So I think that's about it of the whole show, right?
It is
So what would you
heartbreaking.
give a rating
I'd give
of the whole
this
show?
a solid 9 out of 10.
Really?
Yes.
I was gonna give it that
Well, now I'm
9.
gonna give it an 8.9. Just
I don't
kidding.
like you.
Just kidding.
8.9.
I'm just kidding. But I say that because I've been really like wrestling's been like killing me, like with such horrible shows on the main roster, and then this just shows like how good they could be. So that's why I
it's
give
like
it a 9 out of
they're
10.
I'd like to believe they're purposely making it bad so then we can wait for the future.
Yeah, so that everyone can be like, "Oh, I'm just gonna buy the WWE network." I don't know why a British person would
Why?
say that.
Yeah, I guess it's because, the network's coming out this
Network is coming
week.
out, I believe, next week in the UK
So,
and in
no,
other
it's
countries.
yeah, so props to them. Or,
Yes, props
have
to
fun.
them. Yeah, have fun, all you UKians. Everyone in the
UK is
I don't know. Everyone in the UK who's gonna get the network.
you could have just said Europeans, but
Well, all right, all the Europeans out there who are getting the network. If you're like hesitant to get it,
and Asians.
is Asia also getting it?
Well, they said countries, so
Well, everyone who hasn't got it, the network hasn't come to your country yet, but it will soon, and you're hesitant to get it, you gotta get it for NXT because NXT is the
the number
flagship show for the network.
like I would definitely recommend this to the people who say I don't watch wrestling anymore. It's so bad.
Yeah, yeah.
Watch NXT. Like,
Past fans, you can get it for the past pay-per-views and for NXT because NXT is amazing. We sound like we're sponsored by WWE, but we're not, but we probably should be
but no,
because
we're
we're
just
great
no
spokespeople.
because we're only promoting it because NXT is just so
Yeah.
good, dude. NXT is like the best show on the WWE network right now. Like Triple H would say
I think it's the best show that
right
WWE
now.
has right now. Best WWE
Yeah,
programming.
yeah,
And there's been rumors of it turning into a main show
that would be great.
and less for developmental, but keep it on the network. That would be great because it makes sense. It's the hottest thing on the network. Yeah, they have main event and they had superstars on the network, but no one wants to see that. They already see enough of that on Raw and SmackDown. So
Exactly.
NXT is super different and it's amazing. It needs to get bigger. I say, why not extend it to 2 hours? Triple H, why not?
I honestly,
Actually, no, I don't. Never mind. I think 1 hour is a good enough time. Cause like it gives you a break from certain rivalries, so that you could like focus on the other rivalries. So it's not just thrown all at you at once.
yeah, but I think that was it. So we both gave it a 9 out of 10,
A
right?
9.99 out of 10. How that? How
Uh,
that for a plug? 99 WWE Network. Go get it. Yeah, 9 out of 10 is what we give
okay.
it. So. Thank you for watching, everyone. Leave a like if you enjoyed and leave a comment about what you think about the show. If you've gotten this far in the video, let me tell you something. I always say leave a comment on what you thought about the show, and we never get comments. So you better comment, please, what you thought about the show and what do you think comes in store for NXT in these next few months until the next live event. Follow us on Twitter. The links are both in the description at Alvin Alpha and at WrestlingMark YT. Go watch our other videos if you would like to. And if you're not already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button so that you always know when we upload. Always. It's amazing. Uh, so, I guess this is all for this video, and we'll see you when the next one comes out.